Now it's much cheaper here in Latvia than in Estonia. And I also shaved my beard. I usually have a huge beard, like a Santa Claus beard. I shaved it. I usually shave it for 2 reasons. When the sun comes out, or when the TechChill happens. Sun hasn't come out in Estonia for the last 4 months, so here I am. Awesome. So this is the LMT Founder stage. This stage is all about founders. This is from founders, for founders. We'll have a whole pitch competition here. So you will see like 50 different founders on the stage. We will have amazing experience shared from real founders, from industry experts. We'll have so much practical knowledge that when you go home, your head will fucking explode. How many founders do we have in the audience? I just want to check. Like 2, excellent. Actually more, this is great. So, I had to introduce myself as well, otherwise it would be fucking rude. So my name is Priit. I come from Estonia. I'm an atypical Estonian because I can speak and I like to speak. When I was born, I basically kicked out from my mother's womb and said, like, where's the fucking applause? And the nurses were going, like, what the fuck is this guy about? Here I am, so I'm about this. I'm also a founder. So I started programming. I'm a founder and a software engineer. I started programming back in mid-90s when I was 14, thank God. Otherwise, I would have been maybe a lawyer, because my grandfather was. But I chose different path. Ingrid is smiling now completely like, not good. So I was working at Nokia at some point, you know, this big failed company. Not failed actually, just the mobile part failed. Then I was working for 2 startups. One startup really made a great success. They made an IPO. Like, I got my really nice share of share options and I was able to buy a piece of land and build my house, fucking awesome. And then I went to another startup which failed miserably, like completely. Like I was like not fired, we were all made redundant because the money ran out. After that, I started my own company called Moongascade. I founded it together with a couple of fellow software engineers. 2 of them came from Skype, and today we're basically a software development company building new products for our customers. And our customers include startups and also corporates, because somebody has to be able to pay you as well. So yeah, and today it's all about founders on this stage. One of the 2 supporters, let me see if this works. It doesn't work. Can you click the next slide, please? Yes. Let's give a big applause to main supporters. One of the main supporters is LMT, the biggest mobile operator here in Latvia. They have basically sponsored the whole stage. They didn't pay me, but I mean the stage itself. So give LMT a big applause. Their offices are just outside here, and they really like to see that these kind of big corporates also sponsor our lovely ecosystem and community here, because this is a community event. Then Magnetic Latvia, they're a government agency supporting entrepreneurs and so on and so forth. I didn't say that, I'm also co-founder of Garage 48, so we have done events together with Magnetic Latvia here in Riga, Garage 48 events. Who has been on Garage 48 events? Look, again, 2 people. No, actually more. These are hackathons, basically. And so these 2 are main supporters. Give a big applause to the main supporters once more. Then from the partner slide, I'm not going to point out all of the partners because I have like 8 more slides, but I will mention few because they have been the biggest support. Is Latvian Development and Investment Agency. I think AIS in Estonia is the same thing. So they have been a great help. Twino, of course, your own fintech, biggest fintech in Latvia. Swedbank and Printful. Give them a big applause as well to partners. But they are not the only partners, there are more. Look, I clicked the clicker, it doesn't work, but somehow slide changed. Awesome. There are more partners, give them a big applause again. And of course, you cannot do without friends and supporters. So look, there are many friends. There is also my company's logo there, the similar thing I have on my chest. It's a moon. So give friends also a big applause. And sometimes it might feel that, what are those logos doing there? But the thing is that all these kind of non-profit events, and TechChill is a non-profit, these kind of things wouldn't happen unless you have partners, unless you have sponsors. So I'm really personally also grateful that we have this kind of support and help from government side and from industry side, all in these 3 Baltic states, I mean including Estonia and Latvia, next to Lithuania. I wanted to make a joke, it didn't work. So what's next? I think the next thing should be the Founders Battle. This will be the very first piece of our program. I will give you the clicker. Please can you check if this gets to work? Wait, don't come on the stage yet. Look, the first picture is like, I'm ready, I'm ready. So 50 Founders Battle. This will be the best of the best startup pitches here on this stage. We will have 5 rounds, like a boxing match, which ends soon. 5 rounds. In each of the 5 rounds, you will see 10 startups pitching. Those startups have been chosen in 2 ways. First, there was an open call, and there were nearly 200 startups applying there, and only 25, meaning a little bit above 10% of them were accepted. So this was a hard choice and hard suel. You know where you put the water so then it comes out and something stays on top and something comes through. So basically, sieve. I think there is an English word for that. So basically, this was a very tight one. I wanted to say that. And then 25 the startups were selected by in Nordics and Baltics and Central and Eastern Europe by partners of TechChill acceleration programs, etc. So this will be really good, a really good pitch competition. Each startup will have 3 minutes. There will be a jury. Currently, there are 5 members there. And jury will get no questions to be able to ask them because we don't have the time. Sorry, guys. But you have to rate them. So we will have 3 minutes, then I get you off the stage. The next one will come up, and this will happen 10 times in a row. Now I really want to quickly introduce the jury as well for the first round. There is Gil Devora from the floor. Please stand up and show yourself as well. So you have to pitch them, guys. There is Yrjö Ojasor from Change Ventures. There is Kenneth Salonius from Vertical VC. He's from Finland. There is Saja Kadyrova from EBRD. And there is Max Kelly from Techstars London. So this will be your jury. And without the further ado, I will ask the very first startup on the stage. Come on. Are you ready?
Yes. Hello, my name is Cüneyt Ortan, co-founder of Dine'n'pay. What annoys me the most is when you go out to dinner at night and you cannot find any, and you want to pay your bill and you cannot find any waiter around you, and then you get annoyed. But you're not going to get annoyed anymore because there's a new application coming out to the market called Dine'n'pay. With Dine'n'pay, you can reserve your table, you can call Uber, go to the restaurant, check in, waiter comes in, and he takes your order. Once he takes your order, you can see on your app what you have already given order, and before the dinner comes, you know how much you're going to pay at the end already. And then you don't need the waiter anymore. You just call the bill here. You just, with one click, you can pay, you can split the bill, and you can also leave tips for the waiters, and then you just leave. But while you leave, you get rewarded with pins. Okay, we also thought about, this doesn't work by the way. We also thought about parents and the kids. As you know, kids don't have any bank accounts and credit cards, so parents can transfer money to their kids' Dine'n'pay application monthly, some amount of fee. And when you are going to be, okay. When you earn pins from dining, you can spend them, redeem them in many other pins, online and offline partners, Lux Express, Air Baltic, all around the world, in Turkey, soon in Japan, and Baltics and Finland. We are going to be launching end of April this year in Finland, Turkey, and Baltics. Why we are launching in Baltics and Finland first is because PINS has 2.4 million PINS members already here. So it's a great advantage for us. And right after that, by the end of this year, we're going to be launching our application in Holland and Japan. This doesn't work. Okay. And, okay, we're a Latvian startup. We are established in Riga. We just signed a joint venture agreement with Pins already last week, where we are going to be expand globally together with our global loyalty scheme. And our co-founders is two multinational investors and one very famous fashion designer, and myself. I created many media and production brands like TVs, radios, newspapers in Turkey. One is Kiss FM, most probably you know. We are pitching for 300,000 euro just to launch our application in Baltics and Finland. Then we will have Series A round for the other countries. Thank you very much.
Oh. Graceful. The next startup, please come on the stage. This was great.
So where should I aim exactly for this to be working? Okay, it doesn't seem to be working. Okay. Can you put the first slide, please? Hi, I'm Kaspers from Venereum. Venture capital firms, business angels, accelerators, these guys invest heavily in technology, including software. And some of them even say that software is eating the world. But what you probably don't know here is that venture capital firms themselves manage their daily work, like tracking potential investments or dealing with company reporting, in such old-fashioned ways that you would be surprised. And over the last 6 months, I've been talking to investors from all over the world, from Silicon Valley to the Baltics, in order to understand how these guys manage their daily work, except for sitting in conferences. And one thing is clear. Everyone I've talked to is doing this on their own way, in hundreds of different ways. And the funny thing is that no one is happy about it. And that's where we're building Venereum. And Venereum is the world's first full-service investment management platform for early-stage venture capital industry. For a second, let's assume that you were investors yourselves. You would receive hundreds of investment pitches in your email each month. Now you don't have to open your Excel spreadsheet. A new deal is automatically created on your dashboard, pitch deck is saved, and you can check it out later. Portfolio management. You can see full breakdown of your portfolio companies. You can get quickly access to all relevant investor terms, documents. If you get a convertible note, you can see conversion dates, get alerts, notifications, and everything else. And reporting. This is a mess in startup world. If you get 100 portfolio companies, one startup is going to send you reports in Excel spreadsheet, one in PowerPoint. One's even going to try to send you a text message which says, here's your KPIs for the month. And this is a real-life example, by the way. For you as investors, that's super inconvenient. Here you can create custom centralized reports and also generate Excel templates if you want. You send them to startup fills in the numbers, press the submit button through a plugin, and information in real time is updated on your investor dashboard. So what's our vision? Our vision is actually quite huge. We're going to start off with deal flow management and reporting as part of our MVP. And then we're going to quickly move on to portfolio management, LP relations, online venture capital investments, and cap table management for founders. And the idea is very simple. If graphic designers have Photoshop, salespeople have Pipedrive, then early stage investors will have Venereum. So what's our traction? We have ready MVP, and we also released our alpha version to a limited number of private testers and partners in product development, including the leading venture capital firms from the Baltics, like Imprimatur Capital, Praktika Capital, iTech Capital, as well as funds from Silicon Valley like Rothenberg Ventures, Finsight, Axel Price, and many more. We are 2 to 3 months away from beta launch and generating our first revenue. And we are currently looking for potential partners and potential clients as well. And by the way, we're also in discussions with one of the world's most famous business angels, Jason Calacanis, about his involvement in the process as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great work, man.
Thank you.
The next up.
1, 2. Hello everyone, my name's Norm and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Digipoll. Now, to start things off, I want to ask you a question. How safe are your digital assets? I'm asking this because nowadays everything's becoming digital, starting from your pictures all the way to your legal documents and even money that nowadays takes the form of cryptocurrencies. So it would be only safe to assume that there is already an existing solution on the market that would help you pass on your digital assets in the case of an unfortunate event, right? As it turns out, not quite so. Hence, we are creating an inheritable asset storage. It's a subscription-based service that utilizes the blockchain technology to ensure that your assets are saved in an encrypted manner. That means that even we can't access it. And on top of it, it's fully automated with the help of smart contracts. So, to make our vision a reality, we had a token sale that attracted 420 participants that together invested over $1 million. And Digipoll has been deemed as the next logical step in digital asset management by multiple industry experts. So, the problem we are solving arises from the way that current digital media and crypto assets are stored. This happens in two ways. The first one, traditional information carriers. Those are prone to corruption, theft, or there's also the risk of human neglect. The regular storage providers, however, are highly centralized in the way they store their data, and it's not possible to pass these assets on. Digipoll solves all of these aforementioned issues, and on top of it, our service can be used completely anonymously if the user wishes to do so. So how this works? You take your digital assets, upload them in a digital vault, and afterwards the smart contract does the rest of the work. It monitors your online activity, and if the activity drops to zero, then the access to this vault is sent out to your predefined recipients. The best part is, besides your family members and friends, it can also be you who receives the access. So it doubles down as a fail-safe backup if you were to lose your PC. So currently we are targeting cryptocurrency wallet owners, and this gives us access to over $300 billion worth of market. And in parallel, we're working on partnerships with wealth managers, lawyers, and also third-party wallet providers. We are currently working on our beta launch. That'll happen in a month. Afterwards, we're going to tweak the service for big business needs, and then our plan is to be integrated into large cryptocurrency exchanges by the end of this year. This is our team. We have specialists ranging from the financial sector all the way to IT, and also people and professionals in the startup sector. We even have our own in-house hacker, but don't worry, he's a good guy. Thank you for your attention, be safe, and this is Digipoll.
Thank you. The next up is Budget Matador from Estonia. Please come on the stage here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Uwe from Budget Matador, and we want to help businesses grab their money by the horns. And we do that with a web application where managers can handle their budgets, cash flows, invoices, and payments in one place. So, what is wrong with money management at small businesses? First of all, it's too manual. As a CEO and project manager, I've always had to create Excel files manually. I've had to enter the data manually. I've had to allocate costs manually. And that's a lot of work. But it's not only that. The experience is also very disconnected. I use email in order to receive invoices and online banks in order to pay them. And I use accounting apps or Excel to issue invoices. So even though all these tasks should be part of the same workflow, it's very disconnected. Now, because it's disconnected, time-consuming and complex, a lot of small businesses simply can't handle it, which leads to budget overspending, liquidity problems, as well as generally bad life decisions. And even the organizations who can, they need the dedicated workforce, which is simply expensive. So what are we doing to change about this? On the one hand, we're building a managerial accounting application for managers, not accountants. But on the other hand, we're building a platform with countless integrations to accounting apps, banks, and even ERPs of other companies. And these integrations are what enable the automation, the reduction in paperwork, the reduction in cost, but also access to real-time data. So, what's the market opportunity here? So essentially, we're building a tool that already exists for enterprise companies, but we're building a simpler and cheaper one for SMBs. And there are 23 million SMBs in the European Union alone, and we're going to start out with construction companies and non-profits as well as donors, where budgeting and cash flow needs are the most sensitive. And in terms of the timing, it is now. Banks are opening up their APIs, and they're looking to partner with fintechs like us. And who are we to do this? So Jan, my co-founder and I, we have years of management experience from our own organizations and as consultants. So we're really scratching our own itch. And this is also something that sets us apart. We're building an app by managers for managers. In terms of product development, we're well positioned to build this app, not least because 2 of our engineers are from Pipedrive, a leading CRM app from Estonia. So we know the market, we have built our MVP so we can deliver, and now that the open banking revolution is underway, we can really help managers handle their budgets, cash flows, invoices, and payments in one place. Thank you.
Thank you, man. The next up is Tap2Pay from Belarus and Estonia. Come on.
Hi. Hi, my name is Eugene and I'm CEO of Tap2Pay. Tap2Pay activates new sales channels for online businesses, especially for SMBs. So, number one problem for online business, how I can get new clients. And everyone knows it's the biggest problem. Some companies spend a lot of money on advertising and so on, optimizing the payments way. But we find out the great way to optimize and find out new clients. This is social media and chatbots of Tap2Pay. So, chatbots could automate invoicing, supporting, notification, and payment processing. We offer really multi-platform solution that available no installation and it support notification and support selling. Let's see the demo. This is Mia. She would like to buy a present for the birthday for the friend. She found out a really nice toy in a Facebook, click on the post and immediately get invoice in the messenger. What she has to do, just select the shipping address and after this she was interrupted with phone call and forgot about finish the payment. But Tap2Pay notify about the payment processing and she come back to messenger, select the credit card and finish the payment. It was really fast for her. So, and after this, Tap2Pay notify about delivery. Of course, we have competitors, but we better because we right now available in messengers, we're available in browsers, and customers can do payments even from the offline placements, just to make photos or by QR codes. Due to our solution, we have average conversion rate up to 25%, and it's much better than default payment methods because we don't ask about authorization process, we save credit card details, and customer can finish payment just in one tap. Our business model just take commission fee, it's really small, less than 1%, and we as well sell white label solution for bigger customers. In list of our customers, we have hosting, SaaS services, retailers, event organizers. And we're proud of our results with these customers. Some of them have 30% of conversion rate, some of them 10%, so it's much bigger than other payment methods. We support 56 countries and about 140 currencies, including cryptocurrencies. And our target addressable market about 78 billion euro. Great. That's our professional team and
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The next up is Lovett from UK. I'm really tough on the time, sorry about this. No, come on. Yes.
Hello everyone, my name is Olga and I'm co-founder of Lovett, the unique tax compliance solution for digital companies selling abroad. 2 years ago, my old friend came to me, CEO of a Russian gaming company came to me with a headache. He explained me that as his company is selling gaming all over the world, they need to pay consumption tax in 40 countries. So we did all the compliance for him and pay taxes in 40 countries. And it took us more than 100 working hours to chase down all this paperwork. And then we realized that there is a huge number of such e-commerce companies who face the same problem. And we also find out that other competitive solutions tend to solve only one or two problems. Tax calculation and billing. And we decided to found Lovett. Easy to use and for low cost, it designed specifically to save a merchant from all tax liabilities and risks. And for monthly subscription, every e-commerce company can get a magic pill which can cure any tax headaches. Seriously, just do all tax calculation and prepare all tax reports ready for submission in 42 countries in one single click. So our unit economics are excellent. Our customer acquisition cost is 500 euro and our customer lifetime value is 3,000 euro. Now we onboard our first users. They are happy with us and we just struggling to go forward. And we have our great team here dedicated to our mission with the skills ready to pull it off. Now we are going to raise an additional 100K for further development of Lovett with the focus on the European market, and if we want a piece of this $6 billion cake, you come to me and we can discuss it later. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You still had like 20 seconds of your time left. Well spent. Next one up is Mindspider from Germany. Doesn't work, but sure.
Thank you. I'm Nathan, and I'm with Mindspider. We're a social company using blockchain to track responsible minerals. So we're solving the problem of conflict minerals. In all of your electronic devices, there are metals that come from places where there are active civil wars, and where these mines sell minerals and then fund armed groups with their profits. So this is a huge problem. In the US in 2014 alone, over $700 million were spent by tech companies trying to clean up their supply chains. But it's a process that doesn't always work. So even though there's all this money spent, all this effort, all this goodwill, often conflict minerals end up in the supply chain, armed groups end up being funded. It's a huge PR risk for firms. It's also a legal requirement that firms do due diligence to prevent conflict minerals from entering their supply chain. In the US and in the EU, the European Commission has passed a similar piece of legislation which will require similar action to be taken by firms starting in 2021. So our solution is to track conflict minerals using blockchain. We create smart contracts and then we tokenize minerals by mass. So certified mines will receive a certain amount of mass that they're allowed to sell on our platform. That then tracks the minerals in the cloud up the supply chain. We also create a cryptocurrency. We create a cryptocurrency which solves the other end of the issue. So we're able to track the flow of funds using our cryptocurrency from the companies that use the minerals all the way to the smelter and down to the mines. This solves one of the big problems for mines, which is that under the status quo, they have to pay for their own certification. Big companies are often willing to pay more for conflict minerals, just like you would pay more for organic vegetables at the grocery market, but they're not able to figure out where their funds are going under the status quo. So by tracking the flow of funds and creating a platform which improves transparency, we're able to solve this issue. So a lot of tech companies are using blockchain to try to hide assets and try to hide funds. We believe that blockchain and cryptocurrencies can be used for the opposite, to bring transparency and credibility to an opaque and diffuse market. So we're a team of data scientists, coders, and international development professionals. We already have an angel investor on board, and we're starting our first pilot in the Congo in a few months. We'll be tracking cobalt, and we hope to build partnerships and promote our ICO. Thank you.
Thank you. The next up is Silvere from Finland. Here, you will get this for me. Good hunting.
If you own a forest anywhere in the world today, you are being ripped off. Let me explain. The way that forests are currently measured for value might as well be from the Stone Ages. A guy goes into your forest with one of these, he then spins into a circle and goes, yeah, right. It's worth about 2 million. Now, obviously, that's quite inaccurate. In fact, they can be off by millions. This 2 million valuation can actually mean 1 million or 3 million. That's up to a 50% inaccuracy in your valuation. You might as well just burn half of your forest right now. You might as well just take your trees down to Vegas and throw them down the roulette table because you are gambling with your assets. And when your forest valuations are wrong, you are selling wood blind, you are buying wood blind, and your insurance costs are completely off. If you look at the world, and just at Finland alone, where we're from, that's over 630,000 forests which are valued inaccurately. And they're all losing tons of money. So how do we solve this worldwide issue? 3 words. Silvere, silvere, and silvere. This is our team. This is our team. We're a group of hired guns, all recruited from other companies to make this happen. And what our company does is we send drones to your forest. Lots of them. And the way that it works is they're equipped with the most advanced LiDAR and laser scanning technologies and artificial intelligence in the world. And this is how the operations go. So they go scan, scan, beep, boop. They then send it down to our server somewhere, which also goes, I believe, beep, boop. And then we just know all the trees in your forest. It's that simple. So every single tree, its height, its width, its volume, its value today, as well as into the future. So when we tell you that your forest is worth 3 million, it's magically worth 3 million, because we know what we're talking about. It's very accurate. On top of that, we give you a beautiful user interface to manage all of your assets and click on every single tree in a forest. And best of all, we're the exact same cost as these other guys. Sounds interesting? Right now, we're looking for forest owners who will get a free forest management plan for helping us out. And we're also hiring a ton of developers who get a range of amazing benefits as well. So if you're interested...
Your time is up.
We're launching in spring. So keep a lookout for us. We're Silvere, not Zoo. We know your trees. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry about the clicker, man.
Yeah.
But your pitch was amazing. Next up is a company called Vartus, Latvia? Yes? Excellent. Go and hunt them down.
Hello, I'm Raúl Abreu from Barto.eu. Probably you heard that the value of real estate is all about location, location, location. And I'm here to tell you that's wrong. It's all about data, data, data. However, the problem is not lack of data. The problem is lack of access to data in real estate. And Barto.eu is here to help. We just began our operation in Latvia, and we are doing 3 things. We're collecting data from the public registries to the listing services, so all data one place. Second, we apply machine learning to generate rents and sales estimates for any apartment in Riga with high precision. We will do very soon with houses. And third, we put those information on the web for users to use fast and for free. How does the business work? We attract homeowners and home seekers to our platform with information. We learn from them and we match them with financial institutions and real estate brokers. They benefit from a highly targeted audience and from market trends and analytics on real time. So far, we've attracted 11,000 users on one hand. On the other hand, we have 4 companies testing our platform. The media is already writing about us, and we just graduated from batch 9 in Startup Wise Guys. Now, the PropTech industry has emerged all over the world. In the UK, there's Zoopla. In the US, there's Zillow. But for 50 million users in Eastern Europe, there's not a clear way to find the value of their property. So that's where we enter. We can see that this is a potentially a $120 million in revenue and the first mover will take a big chunk of this pie. We just began our operations in Latvia. We're growing our customer base here and we'll be focused here. So we are ready to sell our first referral packages by the end of Q2. We expect to expand to Czech Republic, Poland, and Lithuania by the end of this year. We are 2 co-founders. My co-founder, Oscar, has been as a software engineer for 10 years, working in fintech and in a travel search engine. Then there's me. I graduated from Harvard. I co-founded 3 successful startups. And I have been in data science for over 15 years, including in the housing industry. Why are we here? 2 reasons. We want to meet with everyone interested in PropTech, investors, experts. And second, we want to invite everyone to click on Bartus.eu and find the value of your apartment today. Thank you very much. I'm Raúl Abreu.
Thank you. I love it when I don't have to cut somebody off. Like really, I really feel bad when I go, your time is up, get the fuck off the stage. So, the next one up is a really weird name. It's called Zio from Latvia. Please come on the stage.
Please go back one more slide. No, first one. First one. Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Mohammed, CEO and founder of Zio. Anybody in the audience knows Zio or heard of Zio? All right, not so many. So we are a right now delivery company for small and medium businesses. Imagine pharmacies, flower shops, cosmetics shops, printing houses, or even sushi. We offer them an on-demand delivery. We use existing taxi drivers or individuals using their own cars to deliver products. Sorry. So we have been in the market for a little over 2 months. We have already delivered 400 orders, and we have 120 couriers in Riga, and 58 businesses using us. And we also received our first investment from Startup Wise Guys. So our technology could be integrated with any online store through an API. After the sale is done on their website, a courier is dispatched either manually or automatically. But that was not all for us. Our solution was based on location. So for example, if you're a store, you have like 20 locations, our solution or our current solution will give you enough data or enough control for this exacting location. So we had one of the clients who had 35 locations. He wanted to track one of his products from the factory to the first location, and then from first location to the client. So we said, okay, our solution cannot do it right now, but what we could do is that we could actually integrate or utilize the blockchain inside our platform. And that's exactly what we did. So our solution currently is going to adapt to bigger businesses as well in the logistics industry, that they could track an item starting from either the factory or the warehouse to their first location, second location, third location, until their end customer. And doing that, we will eventually revolutionize the logistics industry. Integrating or utilizing the blockchain into this process can literally change the lives of retailers. Sorry. We're having a technical problem. So our team consists of 5 people. We have Cyprian. He's a blockchain and smart contract expert. He has over 14 years experience, software architect. And Dennis is CTO and co-founder, over 4 years in a front-end development. And we have Anna. She's sales and operation manager. She has done a great job in acquiring businesses and communicating with them on a daily basis. And we have Andres dealing with courier relations. And I'm Mohammed. I'm the founder. I sold my first software at the age of 16, and that is my second startup. So we are currently looking for advisors to join us in our journey with the ICO. We plan to launch it next month. If you have experience, please join our team. Thank you very much.
Thank you. This was it. 10 startups. Do you know what they're competing for? The winner gets $10,000 with no strings attached. I asked somebody that I forgot to mention it in the beginning, and they said that everybody knows why we are here. We're here for the money, obviously. So that's good.